morning, everybody. How are you? I've been up since 6 this morning, just trying to get some stuff done. And this is going to be a react that I've done before, but I did it and I didn't like how snarky I was. I was like being overly snarky. And it has to do with Chantal just putting me in such a mood. I'm so fed up with the lies. I'm so fed up with the nonsense. Just the insistence on lying to everybody just puts you in a mood, as me being snarky has nothing to do with my channel or anybody here. It's strictly about Chantal. So I did the react and then I kind of watched it back and I'm like, I'm really not feeling good about it. So I'm going to redo it. So this is kind of a redo, but it's okay. Because sometimes when you put off certain things, it actually makes it better. You find more stuff to add to the react, and that way it's more entertaining. So I've been all over Twitter looking around for little tidbits of different things, and I'm going to add that with this react. And what are we doing today? Well, the last video that Chantal posted, she posted kind of an update video, and it was very strange, very, very strange. It was a very short video, but it was completely in the dark. She didn't show herself at all. She did not show her face. She did not show the surroundings, although some very eagle-eared people on Twitter pointed out that the background where she is sounds a lot different than her usual background. Like in the apartment, you cannot hear the air conditioning. But wherever she is, she's got something on. It sounds like a motel or hotel air conditioner. So the background sounds different. And I'm just going to tell you guys my thoughts. So for those who do not know, I did post a video about this. Right now, as we speak, Kuwait is cracking down on people who are single and living in family housing. Those who are single and caught living in family housing, they're having their electricity and their water shut off. And Chantal needs both, especially the electricity. She's not so much of a bath or shower person, but she needs electricity to charge up her phone and to stream. So isn't it funny? Isn't it weird that the moment that that news breaks, she disappears, and when she comes back, she's not showing us her background. Almost as if she's hiding out somewhere. She's somewhere and she's hiding out. She doesn't want anyone to know where she is. Are you hiding out from Girl World, Chantal, or are you hiding out from Kuwait? Because you were doing a naughty no-no and you were about to get caught, or maybe you did get caught. And they said, hey, you can't stay here. Go to a motel. So maybe that's it. Don't know. For all we know, she could be back in Canada right now. We have no idea. It would be smart for her to go back home to Canada. It would seem that her time in Kuwait, it's becoming more and more of a hostile work environment. So why not go back? Why stay? The situation with Salah, it's not working on any level. He's not attached to her. She's not making more money because of him. As a matter of fact, she's losing money. Why not just come back? But Chantal is stubborn, isn't she? She's very, very stubborn. Even though she knows exactly what she needs to do, her main objective is to stick it in the face of Girl World and say, I'm married and that's just it. And I don't care what you say, Her main objective is to not lose face with Girl World. Well, here's the thing, Chantal. You've already lost face, okay? Anymore, it's not about winning or losing. It's a matter of how much do you want to lose. You've already lost the contest, okay? You lost long ago. Now, it's just a question of, do you want to get down to absolute nothing? Or are you going to be smart enough to have a little bit left over to work around with to rebuild again? Really, that's your decision. So we're going to go to Twitter. We're going to check out some stuff on Twitter, and then we're going to go to her SADFISHIN pathetic, extremely performative video, because that's what it was. It was a performance, an absolute performance. But there's some cool stuff on Twitter that I'd like to share with you. You know, stuff to make you smile today. Let me just make sure I am where I need to be. Excuse me just a second, please. Ah, perfect. Fantastic. Okay. So for those of you that are on Twitter that want to follow me on Twitter, it's Wild Girl Sarah. Okay. Okay, now this is so not girl world related, and yet it is. So this tweet is courtesy of Dexter Toad, saying, "See you in court, Felix." Streamer Johnny Somali, who was arrested in Japan, threatens to sue PewDiePie after his comments about content creators disrespecting Japan. So why am I including this in with foodie beauty stuff? Well, because as we all know, Chantal, wherever she goes in the world, she's being very disrespectful to the country that she's in and the citizens that are there. And a lot of countries are getting sick and tired of people going to their country and disrespecting it for the sake of just content. And Japan is really getting tired of it. And honestly, I can't say that I blame Japan. A lot of people are going there and just acting completely out of pocket. This guy, Johnny Somali, I watched videos on this dude. He is just completely out of line, out of bounds. Japan was extremely tolerant of him. Extremely tolerant. And he really pushed the boundaries. I mean, he was just saying a lot of things about Pearl Harbor to people on the subway, being rude, being disrespectful, playing loud music in restaurants. I mean, that's what he's known for being disrespectful and obnoxious. And he got seriously in trouble with Japan. He had to go to jail. So this person, PewDiePie, was remarking on it's just awful that a few bad apples just ruin the bunch. You know, like there are lots of people who want to stream in different countries. And when they go, they act right. And then there's people like Johnny that go there and they put on a bad image of whatever country they're from, like a bad representation, and they don't care because all they care about is the view. So I support PewDiePie's comments about like it's getting out of control. People going to Japan, people going to other countries, and they are not acting right. If you are someone and you are a tourist, it doesn't matter if you're a streamer or not. When you go to another country, you are essentially a guest in somebody else's house. And anybody with any kind of upbringing, you know that if you are a guest in somebody else's house, you should act right. You do not walk in and disrespect your host. You do not disrespect their property. You go in and on your best behavior. So walking into a country, going to a country, same rules apply. Really, the way you should do it is when you go somewhere new, you try to learn some of the language as best you can. You learn about the culture, the manners. You present yourself well versus putting on a bad picture of, say, the bad American tourist or the bad European tourist or whatever. You know, like put on a good picture, not just of yourself, but the country you come from. So, yeah, good luck suing PewDiePie, Johnny. You know you're in the wrong. You got in trouble, rightfully so. Japan put up with you far longer than they should have. And you're lucky you didn't end up in jail for life, bro. Okay, so onward. Nature is amazing. They gently await their turn. I don't know what fish these are, but they're huge. But they're like, I don't know what you got, but it looks like it's food. And they're like, they're getting their pets. They're getting some food. They're just being very patient. They're like, I'm waiting for my Scooby snack. Two-tailed caperer says, so Foodie barely had enough energy to edit audio in a black screen together, but she's huffing and whining for 10 minutes when she feels so sick she can't eat. Her loving, supportive husband could have posted a statement on her community tab instead. This is a sympathy grab, nothing more. And I'm with you, Two-tailed. I'm with you. Because it takes time to put stuff together, to put together audio and a black screen and basically put them both together. And then it takes more time to upload it to YouTube and wait for the processing and make a thumbnail. I mean, there's all kinds of steps when making a video. But she was too sick to come live. I'm telling you, my feeling is that Fraudy is somewhere and she doesn't want to be seen. Maybe that whole situation with the single people in family housing thing, she got caught up in it, and she and Salah are hiding out. She could be in Canada. Don't know. We'll find out once they turn the lights on again. But you're right, Two-Tailed. He could have done a community post for her. So it was all performative, y'all. I don't think she's really sick. And if she is, honestly, should we give it much thought? She's not giving it much thought. She's not going to the doctor. She had a camel spit in her eye, and she's not going to the hospital. She's not having any tests done. I will care as much as you care about your health. If you care about your health and you're doing all you can to be healthy, to take care of yourself, to fix whatever's wrong, then I'll care more. But if you're someone and you're purposely letting your health go down, like, why should I waste even an ounce of my care on you? Okay, I relate to this person, Punch Cat Nom Nom. This is so me and Booger. She likes to bite at my ankles and my feet. What kind of cat is this? They have little stumpy legs. Look, they got little stumpy. But that's me and Booger. That's so me and Booger. Okay, this is from Massimo. I love this. Andrea Love is a freelance, self-taught, not stop-motion animator, specializing in documentaries and animating with a needle felted wool. I love this. It's so ASMR-ish. It adds so much more texture. Look. I love the different creativity of people. Like the different directions that the human mind can go in. But I love like the ASMR aspect to this, like with the added wool, you can almost like feel it. I love it. I love it. Andrea, do you have a YouTube channel? Because I would love to watch. Okay, nature is amazing. What do you plan to do once you retire? Well, you know what? This gentleman, I watched his videos on YouTube where he feeds the raccoons. And this particular night that he was feeding the raccoons, it was a very, 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 very cold night. And there were more raccoons than normal. And what he's feeding them are a bunch of hot dogs. So they're just patiently waiting for a hot dog because it's really, really cold outside. Maybe they're having trouble finding food. But yeah, raccoons can get that big. They can get enormous. Okay, lean cuisine enthusiast says, update, the new government in Kuwait has stated if foreigners don't correct their immigration status, are not in the country correctly by June, they will be deported and banned. Did you hear that, Foodie Beauty? Yeah, did you hear that? In other words, come correctly or don't come at all. Maybe that's why you're hanging out. Like you're squatting over there, Foodie. Astrid Lilia, did I say that right, ma'am? Says, anyone who supports Foodie Beauty after she turned comments off on you for showing concern and support should ask yourselves, why in the F you are such pushovers to this person who doesn't care about you? You're just dollar signs to her, and this video was for views. That's a really good point, Astrid. Chantal is very manipulative. And she purposely stayed away for days. And those people that are on her channel that care about her health, they know how sick she is. They were leaving comments. Are you okay? Just give us an update. She purposely waited days and days and days and days before she posted a video. She could have taken 2 seconds to say, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm just not feeling well, but I'm still here. But no. No, you want to know why she didn't do a community post? Because she's not going to make any money on it. She's going to post a video where she gets views. She waited until she made a video to get some views and make some money. That's how desperate she is for money these days. And you're right, Astrid. Anybody who's on Foodie's channel, if you guys can't see this woman doesn't care about you at all, you're just money, dollar signs in her pocket. I don't know what to tell you. I really, really don't. Like, she's constantly taking you guys on a roller coaster, talking about her health problems, putting her health problems in your face, always mentioning the problems, but not the solutions. She never goes for the solutions. You want to know why? Because she's making too much money off the problem. And if she found the solution and solved the problem, what would she talk about? What would be her content? I mean, do you see it now? If Chantal were just an ordinary person with ordinary problems, would she get the views? What would be the appeal? You know, she likes being the center of negative attention. And to be the center of negative attention, she's got to be completely overblown and a caricature of herself. If Chantal were just an ordinary person with ordinary problems, nobody would care. There'd be nothing special about her, nothing of note. So she keeps the negativity and the problems going. And she's forever coming onto her channel, talking about her health issues, of which none of us can do anything about. She can do something about. She likes her pity party. She likes sitting in her own little pity puddle with balloons and birthday cake. And she's not going to change. I know it may be hard for some people to grasp because years ago, I knew someone that was a lot like Foodie's, full of self-loathing and self-hate. And my mind just did not go in the direction of, because I couldn't fathom it. There are people in the world that they want to be in pain. Like, I would just give this person advice. And yet I'm like, why aren't they taking my advice? Why aren't they getting better? And this has suddenly hit me because they didn't want to be better. They like being the center of dramatic attention. They are that person out in the ocean. They're flashing their hands in the water saying, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. And then other people come forward and say, here's a life preserver. Here's a life raft, claw on it. And that person says, oh, I'm fine. Don't worry. I'm okay. I'm drowning. You know, it's just, they want for things to stay the way they are. They don't ever want them to improve. And thus, so it is with Foodie. She wants to keep people on her channel worried about her, concerned for her welfare. She uses that worry and her being in pain as a selling point, as a drawing point for those that are on her channel. If those of you that are on her channel, if you would say, you know what, we're tired of hearing about your problems. We are not your therapist. You're not paying us. This is old. Move it along. Change the record. If you guys stop watching her, or if you guys protested against the nonsense, she would have to change your content, have to change your tactics. If you're tired of hearing about the negativity, you're tired of hearing about her whining and crying about her health problems, hey, you can do something about it. I'm just saying. Okay, Kelly says, I don't like to diagnose people, but all this sounded familiar to me, and I never thought she had a stomach flu. I always thought it had something to do with her diabetes, but what do I know? Yeah, let's watch the clip courtesy of Kelly. Okay, I guess we're going to blow this up. So this is about the diabetic ketoacidosis. Okay. So there's talk that she might have DKA, diabetic ketoacidosis. With diabetic, ketoacidosis, a person may get very thirsty, urinate often, vomit, or have stomach pain. Symptoms can also include tiredness or weakness, confusion, shortness of breath, or fruity breath. Home test can find high levels of blood sugar and ketones. With diabetic ketoacidosis, it's crucial to get treatment as soon as a person's symptoms or test results for blood sugar or ketones raise concerns. Treatment often involves going to a hospital to receive fluids, insulin, and electrolytes through a vein. Without treatment, DKA can lead to a loss of consciousness and death. And again, things are getting serious over there. They're getting serious, but does Foodie care? Obviously not. Is she going to the hospital? Nope. But let's play the video.
Yellow. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, so I gotta get a whole bunch of fluids. I'm tired all the time, so I'm just trying to get better. I'm very dizzy. I'm just weak.
Yeah, so like this was the vlog that she did back in Canada. And let's be clear, Chantal, you know what I think? I think while you were in Canada, you had every single time you go home to Canada, you have a major B moment, which lands you in the clinic or the hospital. Every single time you make yourself sick. That's what this was about. That's what I think this could be about. Every single time. Because you're out of control with your food problem. That's why you need inpatient. How can an out of control person control something that's over their head, way over their head? You can't. And you're fooling yourself thinking you can. If you are in an environment where you have control of the money and you got access to apps and you got a person that's willing to enable you, how are you going to get on top of your food issue? Especially since it's a selling point on your channel. Food is literally your content. How are you going to get on top of a problem when that problem is so ingrained in your life? It ain't going to work. You got to have a whole different environment, whole different set of people around you that tell you no, that you cannot persuade, nor manipulate, nor lie to. You need a complete lifestyle change, but you're not going to change your life. You want it to continue. You think there's nothing wrong. Well, if there was nothing wrong, you wouldn't be so sick.
I haven't eaten in like since being sick pretty much. I tried having like an apple.
So that was the vlog.
I started feeling really dizzy and nauseous.
Okay, like I'm just pointing this out while we're here, since we're here. Everybody's heard the different vlogs from Foodie's apartment, the seaside villa. Listen to this one. Do y'all hear the AC in the background? It is loud. It is so loud. Where are you, Foodie? Hold up. You know what? Let me just check something out. Y'all know I love ASMR, right? Y'all know I love ASMR. So let me just play this a little bit more. Where are we at right now? Okay.
And like I just want to sleep. There, I had chills, fever. I would wake up drenched in sweat.
Yeah, this all sounds familiar, Chantal. This all sounds familiar. You always get the same symptoms when you get sick. But are you doing anything about any of them? Nope. By the way, in the vlog that she posted, which I'm reacting to, she talks about I need to eat healthy food, blah, blah, blah. And that's exactly what it is, blah, blah, blah. Heard it before, heard it a million times, Chantal. Look, you're a food addict. You got a serious problem with food. People pay you to indulge in your problem on camera and to do private content for them. How are you going to get away from your issue if you've got people enabling you and paying for it and backing you all the way up on it? You've got a very toxic, negative, poisonous system in place to keep the food addiction going. To get away from the addiction, you got to break that thing all the way apart. Not one single shred of it can remain, because your issue and having all that enabling and getting paid for it is literally unaliving you.
I haven't eaten like anything since the 19th except for...
Oh, shut up. Girl, I remember, what was it, like a while ago when I had the vid, the Omicron variant, where you get to keep your sense of smell and taste, but Man, I have never felt so sick. I was so drained. I had no energy. If I tried to stand up, I would literally want to pass out. Like you better you better sit down on the floor or you're gonna fall down. Like I had no energy and I couldn't eat for weeks. So miss me with that. Oh, I haven't eaten in a few days. You can afford it. You'll be okay. You'll be all right. Look at my little skinny butt. Okay? And I went for 6 weeks without eating much. You'll be all right, mama. You'll be fine.
Or I tried having like water. I only threw up once, but the nausea's bad. I had a few berries.
Okay, look, I under when you are ill, there are certain things that are better for your stomach than others. And I'm taking into account that if you get sick like that and you can't go anywhere and you can't get other proper food, you might eat what's in the house. I don't know where she is and what food is around her, but if you got sick for real, if you're nauseous, why would you eat berries? Why not eat some bread or crackers or 7 Up or something? That's usually how you do it.
Headache, dizzy, the nausea, the chills, the fever.
You know what this sounds like right here, right now? It sounds like she's got Dr. Google open and she's reading straight off a web page. She's like reading down all the different symptoms. All the different symptoms. Chantal, look, you decided to take yourself off of YouTube for whatever reason. And in the meantime, you've been running around on YouTube, running around on Twitter, seeing what the conspiracy theories or the theories are. And you decide to incorporate that in your newest video. Oh, I don't know if the camel spit had anything to do with it. You know, why don't you go to a hospital and find out? Because that is nothing to F around with. If you care. If you don't care, let it affect you. You're the one playing Russian roulette with your own life, loading up all kinds of bullets. You're daring for any one of them to like set the rest of them off. You have no idea how critical things are. Like one single solitary thing is going to knock down the rest of the dominoes. You are flirting with the Grim Reaper, and I keep feeling it like he's getting tired of you texting him, of you calling him and leaving voicemails and all this stuff. He's about ready. And I'm not saying that because I want you to go. I'm saying I think maybe you want to go because you're not doing anything to back away from messing around with the Grim Reaper. You are tempting him and he's getting tired of you. If you want life, you got to grab on to life. You got to grab on hard, but you're not. You're going the other way.
Being thirsty.
Yeah, shut up. That the being thirsty could also be your diabetes, the high blood sugar. Okay, so Mo translates says, Chantal, girl, the heavy breathing in that video is bad. She might have MERS from the camel spit. Well, like fair point, Mo, but a lot of it sounded kind of forced, like she was forcing the heavy breathing, you know, like you know how people fake being sick on the phone. Hey boss, I can't come in today. You know, like that. How has she not gone to doctor given the horrible symptoms she's having? Her fake husband didn't even insist she see a doctor. Her health is deteriorating in Kuwait, and for what? Well, because I think either A, she doesn't have the money to go to the doctor. Her health is so serious it would take thousands to see a doctor or have surgery or whatever. And she might be hiding out, Mo. Mo says, the government is fed up with people cheating the system. Her health isn't great, but I wonder if she's making things up so she has an excuse to go back to Canada. She doesn't need an excuse, though. If she wants to go back, she can go back. You know, you can go back to Canada if you want to, Chantal. And you got a 13-hour flight. During the time that you're on that airplane, you could think of another arc or sit down and make a whole storyline. You got plenty of time. I think they are quiet because they are laying low. She's on a tourist visa, yet living there using loopholes. That's true. She talked about loopholes. And you only look for loopholes when you're doing things you're not supposed to do, when you can't do things the regular way. So let's watch the clips courtesy of Mo Translates.
هذا الفيديو لكل شخص متستر على عامل مخالف او
Okay, so he's oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
هذا الفيديو لكل شخص متستر على عامل مخالف او العامل
Where is the
المخالف.
volume?
احنا حاليا في وزاره الداخليه وتحديدا في شؤون الاقامه وجايين.
Sorry. I'll read. Okay. So the translation, the English translation is this video is for anyone working illegally or covering for anyone working illegally. All right. We are here at the Ministry of Interior regarding residency laws. We are here to let you know about a grace period for residency violators until June 17th, 2024. Pay attention, foodie. Pay attention. Basically, what they're saying is we got a window open. Anybody who's violating the laws here, we're opening the window and you can jump out before this time. If you wait until after June 17th, there's going to be a price to pay. So we are here to let you know about a grace period for residency violators until June 17th, 2024. Okay. Anyone violating residency rules can leave before June 17, 2024. Okay. So that's your date, foodie. So you got less than a month. According to this video, so this is May, June, so you got less than 30 days to figure something out. Today is the 24th, June 17th, you got less than 30 days. If you are violating residency rules or covering for someone who is violating the rules, now is your chance. You can go to the airport and leave without paying any fines. Did you hear that, foodie? You just got paid. You just got your check, girl. They're saying you can go to the airport and leave without paying any fines. I've also heard that if you're in Kuwait and you accumulate any fines, they won't let you leave until you pay them all. If you have a passport, leave. If you don't have a passport, check with your embassy so you can leave. Okay. What else? What's nice about this grace period is after you leave, if you need to come back for work, you can ensure your visa follows the proper guidelines. So Kuwait's being nice. They're like, look, anybody, you know what you're doing. If you're violating the laws and you know you are, we are opening the window. Jump out that sucker while you can, and you don't have to pay any fines. The Ministry of Interior is warning it is on a mission to track down any residency violators. This mission is bigger and stricter than all the previous years. It sounds like a major crackdown, foodie. You might want to pay attention to this. You might really want to pay attention. There will be serious consequences for residency violators and those who cover for them. Did you hear that, foodie? Not just you, but Salah, since he's covering for you and anybody connected with him. Y'all need to think about this now. Y'all need to think about this. And this could be a domino effect. If Chantal is caught in violation, anybody connected to Chantal covering for her, like Salah or Murad or whoever, y'all can get in trouble too. After June 17, 2024, the rules will be strict. Yes, sir. Okay. When we say strict, we mean it. We really mean it. Yeah, they don't play. They do not play around. There will be inspections. Uh-oh. Oh, my. If you are thinking we have heard this before and nothing happened, right? That's true. However, this time we mean it. We will be strict, no exceptions. Well, there will be serious consequences for residency violators and those who help them. Is there anything else? Okay, let's move on to the next thing. No exit or legalization for illegal expats after June 17th deadline. Kuwait City, May 22nd, the Ministry of Interior has announced that it will not allow those who violated the residency law to leave the country or legalize their status after June 17th. The humanitarian deadline is set for violators to leave or amend their status without paying fines. Security sources confirmed to the Daily that the ministry will intensify its campaign against the residency law violators once the deadline ends, indicating it will pursue those who violate the law and then deport them. Sources pointed out that violators can amend their status through legal frameworks within the above-mentioned deadline in order to avoid being pursued by security personnel. Sources also warned that those who will be deported during the intensified inspection campaign can no longer return to the country. Last year, the ministry arrested and deported about 40,000 residency law violators, and the number of violators before the amnesty was estimated about 120,000, sources added. So on top of this new thing they're doing, let's recap just a little bit. Let's go back in time. So I know that Kuwait, they're very focused on trying to create more opportunities for those who are native to the country. I know they did a thing where a lot of people that were uh, expatriates, expats, they had jobs there. They were saying, you can't work here anymore. We're trying to create more job opportunities for those who are native to the country. So that happened. And now they're doing this. And it's like, they're really locking down things over there. So just keep that in mind, Chantal. Like, it's becoming more of a hostile work environment for you because you're over there looking for loopholes. You're running around, trying to find little safe corners if they can't find you. Trust me, mama, they can find you. You're kind of hard to miss. Science girl, mistakes were made. Oh, look at the poor puppers. He's like, why can't I taste it? I taste the bacon. Okay. This is from courtesy of Yup Yup and the Kiwi farmers, saying the farm's no foodie beauty. Well, you're not fooling anyone, my dear. It's just a pathetic, wasted, rotting piece of flesh. You'll do anything for attention. What do the farmers have to say? So Angry New Ager says, honestly, she doesn't sound deathly sick to me. This is soft voice, performatively pensioned Chantal, and of course she's short of breath because she always is. Yes, she's got multiple serious health conditions and feels like hot garbage all the time. So in that way, she's sick. But be as she got MERS or anything else, if she's well enough to record and upload a new video, she can throw on her hijab and show her big face so we can all see just how sick she is. She's shown up looking like crap before, so it's not vanity keeping her from it. It's just that if she shows her face, we'll see that she's lying again. I agree. I think she's trying to manipulate somebody with her absence, illness, and this video. Maybe it's Salah. Maybe it's her family. Maybe she just wants attention. Maybe she wants a free ticket home to Canada. Maybe she's trying to escape the consequences of something she's done or failed to do by claiming illness. I don't know. But if she wants people like me to believe she's been incredibly sick, she's going to have to show her face, and she won't. Yeah, well, the fact that she posted that video, and normally when Chantal is sick, she'll follow up with little health updates, and she posted that video and she's been quiet. Things have been getting kind of weird over there for a minute. Y'all notice that? Like, first the couch disappeared, then it reappeared back. Her mood has been off lately. Then the whole thing with Kuwait happened where they're shutting off the power and the water for single people and family housing, and she's been gone for a minute and she's still gone, and now she posted a video where she's not showing herself. Something is up, y'all. And I don't think it's just her being sick. I honestly, the feeling that I got is she's hiding out. She's hiding from somebody or something. I don't know why. I don't know what. But I'm telling you, Chantal, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not the only one that does cards on you. More than a few people. Like I have 4 or 5 different people. We've all seen the same thing. You said season 3 is going to be lit. Oh, it is. Just not for the reasons that you think. This mama is the FAFO arc. F around and find out. It's going to be lit up that way. This is going to be the tower coming down arc. Like you suffering the consequences of your own actions. And not because I'm wishing anything upon you. I don't have to. See, that's where you got it messed up. You think, oh, girl world, they hate me so much and they're wishing stuff upon me. Mama, listen, we don't have to do a doggone thing to you. You're doing everything to yourself. You've been doing everything to yourself. We're not here to do anything to you. All we're here to do is sit on the bleachers and watch the fireworks go off. We just get our popcorn, get our drinks, sit down and watch. We don't have to get involved. You're hurting yourself far more than any of us could ever hurt you. We don't have to be directly involved. You're doing everything to yourself. So this is the FAFO arc. Absolutely. And I'm here for it. All the people you've hurt, all the people you've lied to, all the animals you've hurt and neglected. Lady, ma'am, you deserve all of this. And the beautiful part is you created all of this. So enjoy that. Enjoy that. What do we got here? Oh, okay. So this is also from the farms, courtesy of Theo. Say, my thoughts exactly, Foodie. She's a liar and manipulator, and so many of you keep running back. So this is, I guess, from Kiwi Farms. Muddy Football Ball said, sorry, but I'm calling BS in this, at least for the MERS or the most part. How convenient is it that she mentions it and some other theories people online have been spurging about? She reads it. Maybe I'm being blank, but when she joked about being bedbound, her background noise was silent. Now in that video, you can hear extremely loud air conditioning. She doesn't have that type, and we have never heard it before, unless it's just a fan. Just to me, sounded like a hotel aircon. Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. Usually when you hear something that loud, either it's a box fan or you're in a hotel room or a motel room because they get loud. So I'm with you. Okay, something cool from Young, like father, like son. Look, you got the puppers. You got the little mini me version. It's like, I made that. That's my son. Look. Okay, from DX. Thank you, DX, for posting this. Do y'all see this little thing right here? That's the thumbnail she was going with. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. But she posted that as her thumbnail, like the sad kitty cat. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what? I'm sure BBJ had the same thought when she was living with you. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Did you care? No. Should we care about you being sick and tired of being sick and tired? No. Because you're not really sick and tired of being sick and tired. Every time you sit down and do a mukbang, you're not sick and tired enough of being sick and tired. You actually make the problem worse. So what you're saying is a lie. Guaranteed you'll be back to mukbangs. And the moment you do one single mukbang after this video, you're basically saying, I'm not sick and tired enough yet. I'm going to just keep going with it. I'm going to keep making myself more sick and more sick and more sick until I am bedbound or I'm in a hospital bed. Then it's game over because I won't be able to do anything for myself. And if that's the life you're imagining for yourself, Chantal, that it's going to be a picnic, it won't be. It's going to be far different than you think. You know, like you twisted fantasy in your head, ma'am. Twisted fantasy all up in your head. Okay, now remember what I said about me and other tarot readers doing stuff on Chantal? So Life with a Psychic Twinkle says, I was watching your latest live and pulled cards of my own for Foodie Beauty, and yeah, she's in trouble. Let's look at the picture. What was your spread? Ooh, this is not good. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm telling you, it's the FAFO arc. So we've got the top card is like I can't see the number of swords, but just like taking a journey with conflict. Somebody on a boat, they're not happy about being on the boat. You got swords, conflict, arguments. You got the Magician. You got the Queen of Wands in reverse. You got another swords card, like this. Wearing change. Nothing decides your next step. Ooh, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. Ooh, Foodie, this is not good. Ooh. Wouldn't want to be you, girl. Would not want to be you. Okay, let's finish this out. I could stay here on Twitter all day. I just want to show this to you. Vegan, this is very cool. I love dance. This was so well done. Like nature, people acting as trees and clouds, and this is awesome. This is awesome. Well done. One more from Judge Judy. The camel is the MVP. I agree. Thumbs up to that camel. The FAFO camel. That had enough of Foodie and was letting her know, like, you F around, you're going to find out, lady. Okay. So let me just pull up Chantal's video. Let's pull up her video. You know what? Let me just look. Oh, she turned off the comments. That's right. I forgot. So yeah, 5 days gone from YouTube. She knows people are concerned about her. What does she do? Turn off the comments, knowing full well that's going to hurt her engagement. The person who needs money in the worst way, going to hurt her own engagement. And then she's going to turn around and blame Girl World for that too. Nah, you're just a stupid businesswoman. You hurt yourself, girl. You hurt your own engagement and your own money, and Girl World has nothing to do with that. You're just stupid. Okay, so like as you can see, she doesn't have her camera on. This is manipulative. This is performative. She's not showing herself. Oh, woe is me. I am sick. It's everybody else's fault. Let's get into it.
Hi guys. So I'm sure most of you have been waiting for this.
Not really. Can we be honest? Not really. Not really. I mean, yeah, people have been wondering where you are, if you are alive or not. True. But it's not like we're sitting on the edge of our seat and we can't breathe and we can't live without you, Chantal. It's been nice. It's been really nice not having you around. I mean, every day that you're not around, those who are in the Girl World community, if you're a reactor, it gives you a chance to look at other people and react to other people and have fun. And if you're an audience member, it gives you a chance to check out new people. I've been getting people into different people as far as the TikTok cows, the beggar cows. You know, new faces, new stories. You know, so stay gone. You know, we need some new fresh milk around here. You're not giving us any. Stay gone if you want. Like, take all the time you need, girl.
In the first.
Nope. That's not what I wanted. Sorry about that.
Hi guys. So I'm sure most of you have been waiting for this. I apologize for the quality of this video.
That apology is so fake and phony. I apologize in advance for the quality of this video. Chantal, when have you ever put out a high quality video? When have you ever cared about the content or the quality of the video? You never have. You do such low quality work because you've been able to get away with it for years. What would make this occasion any different? You don't care about YouTube. You don't care about putting out the best quality videos anymore. All you use YouTube for is as a portal to get in front of the feedy people. To say, hi, I'm Chantal. I eat a bunch of food. This is the kind of content I can do for you privately. They contact you on Cameo. They contact you on Insta. They pay you through PayPal. That's where the bulk of your money comes from. You're all about that quick gratification. And YouTube is just a portal to make it happen. That's all. Okay? You're not looking at YouTube as, your only source of income. It's secondary now. You've got too many feedies in your back pocket.
Because I don't really have the energy to edit.
Oh, please. 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 You got a black screen. You got your audio on. You had to make a thumbnail, which takes a few minutes. Then you got to upload it to YouTube. That's time for processing. You got to wait for it to go through all the checks. And wouldn't you look at this? Look how long the video is, y'all. 10 minutes and 34 seconds. It's just long enough for her to monetize. Just long enough. That's why they didn't do a community post. Desperate for views, desperate for money. But it takes time to put a video together, a thumbnail together, to put them both together, process them on YouTube, go through the checks, post them up. But she's sick, y'all.
Even put pictures up for you. I can't. So
that's why you do a community post and say, hey guys, I am really, 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 really sick. But I'm here. I just want to let you know I'm here. I'm okay. I'm just really sick and I cannot post anything. It's all you got to do. Just post a community post.
It's not going to be edited. So there's going to be a lot of pauses and stuff like that.
Who cares?
Well, I'm alive. Barely.
Oh, the drama of it all. I'm alive. Barely. The dramatics of it all. Girl, if you were barely alive, you know what we would hear behind you? We would hear the sounds of a hospital. We would hear the beeping of a heart monitor or something like that. You're barely alive and you're not in a hospital? Girl, stop. Please just stop. Stop with the lies. Stop with the dramatics. You are the little girl who cried wolf. And everybody's gotten to a point where you could cry wolf right now and nobody would pay attention to you.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
They go to a hospital and shut the F up.
I think it was, the 19th, maybe around noon. I started feeling really dizzy and nauseous.
I'm so sick of this. I'm sick of hearing about all of her pain and all of her symptoms. I'm sick of hearing how sick she is. It's always negative with her. She's 40 years old now. I never hear anything that resembles, I'm going through this, but this is how I'm going to fix it. This is my plan. There's never a plan to fix anything. It's always just like, oh, woe is me. I'm going to come on to YouTube and bellyache about this, that, and the other thing. I'm sick of the pity party, y'all. It's gotten really, really, really old. Really old and pathetic that a 40-year-old woman acting like a spoiled, rotten, manipulative 4-year-old wanting to get their way, playing some sick, stupid, sadistic game with keeping people worried about her. Don't nobody need to worry about Chantal. She's a 4-year-old woman. She knows what to do. It's not that she's incapable. It's just that she acts like she's incapable. And no one needs to worry about Salah either. I mean, he's a dirtbag. And he was fine before he met Chantal. Better, actually. They'll both be fine. Not that I would want to worry about them anyway. They both suck. But you get what I'm saying. Like, she's trying to act like without her, Salah would be on the street. Oh, no, he won't. He's got family. He's got friends. He'll be fine, Chantal. Stop trying to use Salah as an excuse to not go home to Canada. He'll be better without you than with you. You try to act like he'd fall without you. Oh, no. You're the one that you would know what to do without him. Because you would be all alone having to figure things out for the first time in your life. Go home if you're that sick.
And like, I just want to sleep.
Then
So
go
I
to
went
sleep.
bed,
Shut up and go to sleep.
and it just kind of went downhill from there. I had chills.
Again, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this other thing. I'm chills, fever. My little toe hurts. My big toe hurts. My pinky hurts. Okay, my fupa hurts. Everything hurts. But what are you doing about it? What are you doing? I don't want to hear your bitching. I don't.
Fever. I don't know if you guys have ever had a fever dream. Oh my gosh. They're so weird. So those were fun. I would wake up drenched in sweat. That's still happening. Waking up drenched in sweat. I haven't eaten like anything since the 19th, except for I tried having like water, and then I tried having water with salt, sea salt, and lemon, and that's just too gross. And I know I'll throw it up, so I only threw up one.
Why, if you got a bad stomach, why would you consume anything that has citric acid in it, like lemon? If your tummy is already like weird, you don't want to put anything acidic in it that's going to make it feel more weird or irritated. So lemon and salt, why? She doesn't know what she's doing.
But the nausea's bad. I had a few berries, like fresh blueberries.
Why aren't you getting, if your tummy is bad, why aren't you getting like just some 7-Up, some crackers, some bread? Like if your tummy is not feeling good and you've got that bile in your stomach, that's really what you should be going for.
Those were pretty good, but I don't have really much of an appetite, but I'm going to try for energy's sake to have something healthy, just even a few bites, because I want to try to get the energy to go see a doctor. So I'll have to keep you guys updated on what happens at the doctor. So I think this has been the most sick I've ever been in my life, honestly. I don't know how to explain it, just like headache, dizzy, the nausea, the chills, the fever. Being thirsty. I know, coincidentally, I get sick right after I go see the camel again, and it spits.
I'm going to bring somebody up, and it's not to throw any disrespect on this person's name. Just that it's somebody that's similar to Chantal. And I'm bringing it up for a reason, just to point this out to Chantal. But I'm in no way throwing disrespect on their name. I want to bring up Life by Jen for a moment. So I talked to somebody recently. I didn't closely follow Life by Jen, but this person told me that when it comes to Life by Jen, that it became like what she passed away from is essentially was a cold, a simple cold. Like it just had a domino effect. And I'm sorry to bring up Jen, but Jen and Chantal are living very similar. And Jen passed away too soon. But it's like that, Chantal. Do you understand? That like you put yourself in a position where all it would take is one single solitary thing to knock down the rest of the dominoes. And once they start getting knocked down, it's going to be catastrophic. Do you understand the corner that you put yourself in? How delicately balanced everything is. Like that one domino, once it gets knocked down, boom. Yet you're running around here catering to the feedy people, pivoting out of corners where you've gotten yourself into quite the corner this time, haven't you? You can't pivot out of it. You're in Kuwait with all of your health problems, and you won't go home to Canada and fix yourself to be near your family in case something does happen. Where you are right now, it's sounding like it's becoming more and more of a hostile work environment. The longer you stay over there, the less you can do. And that goes for all things. The less things you can physically do, the more restrictions there are on how you can do them. Why stay there? For Salah, if you left, he would be fine. He's got family, he's got friends, he had a life before you. He doesn't necessarily need you. It's you that needs him because he's part of your ego now. You think you own him, that you paid a lot of money for him, therefore you're not going to let him go. That's part of your problem. You think that you can own people, and you can't. I don't care if you paid $20 million for him. You still can't own their soul. You have no ownership over a person's soul. Holding on to something that does not belong to you at the detriment of your own health. Let him go. Be smart. Go back home to Canada. Take care of yourself for once. If you care. If not, be stupid and stay over there and then deal with the FAFO tower that's crumbling around you right now.
It's in my face. I don't know if it's related to that. It could be. But usually with camels, it's you're at risk of getting Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome or MERS. It's a form of COVID which attacks your respiratory system, and mine is okay. I mean, I'm heavy breathing a little bit now because
Look, I don't know if Chantal has MERS, but I know she's basically the equivalent of the indestructible human cockroach. She's done so many things, and I'm like, man, how does your immune system deal with it all? It's crazy. Living in the villa with moldy pots and mold and fruit flies and mummified food and just grossness, and now you're slipping in a moldy pool, and you're having a camel spit in your eye, and girl, you're not 6 feet under yet. I mean, you got one heck of an immune system, Chantal, but I think you're pushing it because there's only so much you can do, especially when it's compromised and unhealthy. So you're over there saying, I think I know what's wrong with me, but you don't know though. And let's just say, just on a devil's whim, that you might have a touch of the MERS. Well, that stuff takes time to settle in. And you've had issues with your lungs before. You've got issues with your immune system. You're completely, it can wreak all kinds of havoc on you. And you're not even bothering to check you're okay.
Spend most of my time in bed laying down with my CPAP. And yeah, like 24/7. I have sores inside my painful. Oh,
Well, stop picking your nose.
I don't know where they come from.
You're picking your nose a lot.
I don't know if it's from the CPAP or what, but I've had to.
By the way, Chantal, if you're not feeling well, you over there, you've got a CPAP. Couple things. I used to have a roommate, a male roommate, that he also used a CPAP. When you have a CPAP machine, you have to get it recalibrated every so often. Like, it has to be checked. When is the last time yours has been recalibrated? Secondly, you have to keep those hoses clean. You have to clean them out. The last time we saw the hoses that you were using, they were gross. Do you understand that you're breathing in whatever filth is in those hoses that's getting directly into your lungs? And that could lead to something like, say, Legionnaire's disease? Yeah. So when it comes to stuff connected to your breathing, ma'am, start cleaning that equipment.
Just, try my best to just rest. I've just been sleeping, honestly. I didn't even have the energy to answer people, like family and stuff like that.
You never talk to them anyway, unless you want something. A friend in need is a friend indeed, especially if the friend is a narc. The only time that friendship matters to a narc is if you're someone and you got something that they want or they need, then suddenly they are your best friend and they will love bomb you. Suddenly they're calling your number as a family member. Hi, Mom. Hi, Grandpa. How are you? Oh, nothing. Oh, by the way, can I borrow $200? I mean, it's the conversation goes like that. And then they get what they want. Okay, bye. Then you don't hear from them for weeks.
I answered. I did answer them eventually, but like for the first few days, the first couple of days, I was like out. So if you messaged me and you didn't get a response, it's nothing personal. I'm just, not well. So I don't even have the energy to talk and explain to everybody. So that's why I'm doing this video.
She just said, I don't have the energy to talk, proceeds to make a 10-minute video. When it could have been like 2 minutes to say, I'm fine, I'm still here, I'm just not feeling good. Okay, bye. But no. Had to make a 10-minute video to monetize.
I don't know when I'll be all right. I don't know if I'll have to go into the hospital.
That's your fault. That is your fault. No one on Chantal's side should be worried. Don't be worried for Chantal. Don't sit up nights being worried for this woman. She put herself in the position that she's in. She chose it. She did. For those who are new to Chantal's channel, let me take you back in time a little bit. Since I've been around a while. This person, Chantal Marie, Fraudy Beauty, for a whole year, when she was seeing Natter, she was making good money. She was pulling in more money in a month than those of us who are not foodie would take us, a couple of months to make? Maybe more? Pulling in $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 paychecks? She could have easily fixed her health, fixed her finances, fixed her bankruptcies, gotten whatever medication or care that she needed, gone to inpatient, didn't do none of that. Made all kinds of money with Natter for a whole year. It made her arrogant. It made her stupid. And rather than stay in Canada and take care of her health, she chose to go to Kuwait for 2 freaking years and be with that loser Salah. And because her content was boring and bland and stupid and nobody could stand Salah, her popularity kind of fell off. It fell off because it was boring and because Chantal was portraying somebody she definitely was not. Like her being modest, a modest wife. That is so not who she is, and everybody knows it. People just got bored with it all. Absolutely bored. Now here she is, so sick, she doesn't have any money put away to go to the hospital like she needs to. Whose fault is that? You shouldn't have counted on the YouTube train running forever, Chantal. It doesn't run forever, especially if you're a trend hopping on the back of another trend and riding it. Eventually, people get bored with the trend and they stop watching. You are very much the same as the trend that you hooked yourself onto, mukbanging. People are bored with both, you and the trend.
I hope not, but I have a feeling that I'll need to probably get on some fluids or something. So, I've just been in bed praying, like praying and praying.
You know, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody out there, whatever your belief is, whatever you believe in. I got no problem with it. I want to speak directly to her right now. Chantal, you've been very, very disrespectful to the spiritual world. You know you have. You over there disrespecting the Muslim people in the Muslim faith by taking the Shahada and then coming on camera, committing gluttony, which is haram, cursing, which is haram, gossiping, being hateful. All of that haram. Pretending to be something you're not for the sake of using a belief as a shield or possibly as a trap to trap the reaction channels to get maybe some channels taken away based on alleged Islamophobia, of which there has been none. Stooping so low as to try to use religion or a belief system to be manipulative, to hide behind, to use as a shield. Not only that, what the cards have been telling me lately, you're getting people to do some dirty work for you using the spiritual world. You really need to stop that. Using somebody else's hands to do the dirty work, thinking because your hands aren't directly involved that you won't suffer any backlash. Oh, you will. Because even if somebody else is doing stuff for you, it's your intention. You started the fire. You are involved. And when you put ill intention out there on people, if you use ill intention to manipulate and control and cause chaos, there's always a boomerang effect. So praying, how much good effect do you think that's going to happen for someone like you? Praying to the spiritual world, the same world that you try to use to hurt others. You know, the spiritual world is there to help us. But at the same time, they expect us to help ourselves and to learn and to grow and be good people. If you have no interest in being a good person, they have no interest in you. You're basically walking in your shadow self.
And praying until I fall asleep and, asking for mercy and help to feel better.
You can sit there and pray to the spiritual world, oh, I hope I feel better, but until you get your big butt up and you start taking care of yourself physically and mentally and emotionally, you're not going to feel good. There's only so much that prayers can do. They can help a little bit, but you got to be proactive with yourself.
And promising to take care of my health and ask for forgiveness for damaging my health the way I have. Taking it for granted, like a joke. I don't care if I have an eating disorder or food addiction or whatever the part of my language, the fuck it is. It's
I've been watching her a long time. And you know what? One addict cannot lie to another. If you're someone and you're active in your addiction, you cannot lie to somebody that once had it. They've gone through it and they're on the other side. And I'm going to tell y'all what right now. I've been watching her for quite a while. I have not seen in her at all that moment where she's had that epiphany, that wake up moment, that light bulb, if you will, where she's woken up in herself. And she's had that moment. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I've hit the wall and I can't go any further. That self-realization, she's not had it yet. She's running from it. She's escaping from it. As long as she's running and escaping, she'll never have it. And as long as she is running, she can't get any better. And the fact that she's talking about this with the camera off, I mean, if you're coming to grips with yourself, you'll turn that camera on and you will come to grips with yourself and you will show yourself. You'll show some accountability. I don't see any. I don't hear any. I see her hiding. She's still hiding from the truth.
something I have to take control of.
How are you going to do that? Real talk. How are you going to do that, Chantal? How are you, as an out of control person, in an environment that facilitates you being out of control, going to gain control? When you're in an environment where you have far too much access to food, you've got somebody there that is enabling you, and you control the money. You made sure to maintain control of the money, because if you maintain control of the money, you can control everything else. You control where the money goes, you control what the money is spent on, and you can control Salah. You can say, don't tell me what to do. I'm the one making the money here. On a toxic addiction level, you have control in the area that affects all the other areas. And because of that, nobody can tell you, nobody can deny you. So if you are maintaining control of the money, you're making the money, like, how can you heal in the same environment that you hurt in when you control it all? You're the puppet master. Ain't gonna work.
I hate when people are like, it's not your fault.
It is her fault. It is. Like, do you know why I say that? Because Chantal has known about this issue for years. Even before YouTube, way before. Her family tried to get her help. She's known she's got an issue, and she's never tried to really fix it. As a matter of fact, she monetized it. She gave it a job on YouTube. And she saw herself getting bigger and bigger and more unhealthy. Did she try to put the brakes on? No. So it is her fault that it got to this point. She let it continue until it just can't continue anymore.
You don't have control over this.
She does. She does, though. She could try to get some kind of control. This is her cop-out. This is a victim. Oh, I have this food addiction. It's not my fault. Whose fault is it, though? Who are you going to point a finger at? Your family? Your friends? Pete's? Your cats? Who? Who did this, Chantal? Who gave their food issue a job? Who made a bunch of money off of it? Who got a bunch of health problems as a result? You did. You could have nipped this in the bud so many years ago.
Like, people like in some programs and some beliefs about how to tackle binge eating, that you're powerless over it.
You got power over it. Madam, I dealt with it. I got on the other side of it. If I did it and other people did it, you could do it. You just don't want to.
What if that's been my problem the whole time? Is thinking I'm powerless.
Yeah, well, that's the mentality you like to go with because you want to be either the victim or the hero in every story. You're a true narcissist. Oh, I'm helpless. I can't do anything. I'm the damsel in distress. That I'm strapped to the railroad track. Somebody save me. You're not a victim. You make people into victims. You're a predator. You prey on people. You prey on their vulnerabilities. You are manipulative. Remember what you said in Cuba? I remember that night during the infamous Cuba rage. Anybody who's a beezer that you've never seen the Cuba rage, please go watch. You will see the real Chantal because the mask was all the way off that night. Oh, she was in her feelings. She was all in her arrogance because she was making good money. And she was all into blocking people who are her beezers. She said, and I quote, I will manipulate the F out of you. And then I'll come on tomorrow and be sweet as pie and you'll eat it up. She wasn't kidding. She was confessing on how manipulative she is and how stupid she thought her audience was. Like, I could be manipulative and I can push you guys around and I can be abusive to you and you guys will put up with it because you're addicted to me. And I know it. That's what basically she was saying. She was confessing to how evil she was, knowing that she could come right out and say it and no punishment. None. Just like she's being manipulative right now. This is manipulative right here.
So I'm gonna start trying to eat healthy, small amounts, maybe some soup, something like this, vegetable soup, I don't know.
Listen, as someone I've dealt with BED, if you are an extreme eater, which Chantal is, if you try to go from one extreme to the other immediately, your own mind will be your worst enemy. It'll fight you. It will fight you. It'll be the biggest opponent you've ever had in your life. You start off with a lot of steam. I'm going to get healthy. I'm not going to eat this junk food, blah, 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 right? Go out and get the healthy food. Then you try to eat the healthy food. Mentally, your mind's going to fight you like a 4-year-old saying, what the F is this? Where's our burgers? Where's our hot dogs? What is this crap? You're going to feel angry. That's your mind fighting you. You get a issue with food. Your own mind it's your biggest opponent. It's going to kick and it's going to scream and it's going to throw a temper tantrum. It's going to say, hey, remember that pasta? Yeah, let's go get some pasta. Hey, remember that pizza? Go get some pizza. It's going to come at you at night. You be good all day and then it's going to come at you during the nighttime and it's going to beat up on you. So Chantal's an extreme person. She's used to nothing but junk food, has been used to nothing but junk food for years. Do you honestly think that her bee monster, her mind is going to be happy and satiated with, let's get rid of all the junk food and eat some salad and eat some soup? No. Oh, it's going to fight her. It's got to be a gradual thing. You've got to do things gradually to get your mind used to the new routine of doing things. She's not wanting to. Hence the reason why she's going to fail.
And I have to talk to the doctor about all that stuff.
Why bother? I hate to sound callous, but why bother talking to a doctor at all? You've had how many doctors tell you the same things over and over, and you don't listen to any of them. They've all told you the same thing, Chantal. Cut down on the carbs, cut down on your portion sizes. They've shown you what the portion of carbs should be. You know, you should be decreasing the number of calories you eat. Instead of eating 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 calories a day, cut down to like, say, 2,000, and you'll start to drop weight because of that. It takes a certain number of calories to maintain a certain weight. If you do a calorie deficit, you will drop weight. And if you drop weight, you'll feel better. But you don't want to do that. You could have Dr. Now in front of you. You're not going to listen to him.
Because, yeah. I just want to make sure I'm eating the right things.
You don't care about that.
And I think I'll go see a different doctor this time.
Why? Like, are you looking for a doctor who will agree to everything you're doing and then coddle you? Stop it. That's not going to help. Tell you what, why don't you leave the doctors alone? Because I'm sure whoever those doctors are, there are people that want to see them, that they have health problems. They've got issues. They want them solved. People who have health things going on, they need to see that doctor. You're just taking up that doctor's time that somebody else could take. Leave alone. Excuse me. I am so sorry.
For another opinion, you know,
you don't need another opinion. You need a lifestyle change.
So, but at least I have a bit of appetite back, which is kind of a good sign, but I'm still so lethargic and tired. And I just want to be curled up.
I'm tired. I'm tired of you saying you're tired. Anybody in my comments, are we tired of Chantal saying she's tired? How often do we hear that? Every single time she does a video. Every single time she does a live stream. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. Then get your butt in bed and sleep. Don't come back until you got some energy to do a simple video or a live stream. I'm sick of hearing you talking about being tired. I don't care. I don't care if you're tired. Chantal, if you saw some of the things I did in my day, you would be exhausted. Don't talk to me about you're tired. Don't want to hear it.
Up in bed. 1 minute I'm hot, 1 minute I'm cold. But I gotta go out, I know it. But I need a bit of strength, so I'm gonna try to, like I said, get something super healthy. There's a lot of...
You know, I just had a thought, and I'm going to share the thought before it disappears. So, look, I don't know if Chantal's taking things in Kuwait that she shouldn't be taking. All right. Rumor has it that she has been taking stuff. Okay. So, I'm putting a theory out on the table. Y'all can tell me what you think. Could it be, if Chantal is sick, that she's sick because she's not getting certain kinds of stuff, like chemical stuff, that maybe she's gotten dependent on or that she relies on to relax her? In essence, I'm just going through withdrawals. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there because she's talking about nausea and throwing up and weakness. Like, any of that could be withdrawal symptoms. It could be. I don't know. Could be.
Healthy food services here that make really clean, healthy, diabetic friendly food. So I'll just maybe have something enough to get some strength, and then Salah will take me to the doctor.
What's the point of taking you to the doctor if you're not willing to take care of your health? Just stay away. You're just taking up the time of a doctor, and you're making an appointment, and that time that he spent with you, he could spend with somebody else that actually wants to get healthy. You know, what are you doing? Are you doctor shopping? Are you looking for a doctor that you can sit there and complain about something wrong with you when you get some pain medication? Is that why you want to go to the doctor, Chantal?
I'm sorry I'm talking like this. It must be annoying to listen to, but this is all.
Your attitude is annoying. The pity, poor me, I am so sick, I'm such a victim, that is annoying. You're 40 years old and you're as helpless as a 4-year-old. As a matter of fact, I know 4-year-olds that are much more independent than you. You acting like a toddler that you can't take care of yourself is annoying.
All I can give you right now, honestly. I'm so depleted.
Then go to bed. Nobody cares.
I weighed myself.
What? What was that? So you have no energy. You were throwing up, but you weighed yourself? You got on the scale and you weighed yourself.
2 days ago. And I was like 152 kg.
That is such BS. Okay, like I pulled it up once. So kg, 2 pounds. Let's do the quick conversion. She said 152 kilograms. That's 335 pounds. Chantal, why are you lying? You know you're lying. When you live with BB, the last true weigh-in that you did was 377 pounds, and you looked a lot different then. You put on at least 200 pounds since you've been in Kuwait. Yeah, I said it, and I meant what I said, and I said what I said. You've gotten so incredibly big being in Kuwait, and you've experienced things in Kuwait you never experienced in Canada, breaking chairs, breaking couches, breaking shower drains, having trouble finding clothes that fit. This was never your life until you went to Kuwait. The longer you stayed over there, the worse it's become. Now you're almost bedbound. If you were 335 pounds, you would not be close to being bedbound, madam. You're close to being bedbound because you're 5 feet tall and you're nearly 600 pounds. You are hundreds and hundreds of pounds overweight. I don't know why you insist on lying about your weight when we can clearly see you're not 335 pounds. Must be some sort of a game to you. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Like the lies that you tell for reasons unknown, it's crazy. Like, are you doing it to tick off the audience? To try to get some extra views? I mean, like what is the purpose of all these lies? Do you think you're hurting any of us every time you sit down and you do a mukbang and you're eating like 3,000 to 6,000 calories at a time? You're not hurting us, you're hurting yourself. You're the one gaining the weight. You're the one clogging up your arteries. We're not suffering the consequences. All these middle fingers you try to flip at girl world, it's not working. You're hurting yourself. You're not hurting us. You lying to yourself about your weight, it's not making the weight magically drop off. It's not making you any healthier. You're at the point now where you're 40 years old and you seriously need a caretaker because you cannot be left alone. That was not your life 5 years ago. That's your life now. You caused yourself to be that way.
But I'm not saying that as like a victory. I'm just...
You're not. And I'm sorry. According to you, you stopped eating on the 19th. It's only been a few days. There's no possible way you can drop a tremendous amount of weight in that short period of time. I mean, again, look at me, Chantal. Look at me. Look. 5'3", right? 3 inches taller than you. I had the the Omicron variant, for over 6 weeks. And I could barely put anything down. Not because I was throwing up. I just didn't have the urge to eat. I was like zapped out. I lost 20 pounds, but it took over 6 weeks to lose that much. And you're over there to talk about losing tremendous amounts of weight in days. Girl, quit.
Telling you in relation to, you know, the weight loss and being sick. It's not in a healthy way, so there's nothing to celebrate.
Nope. And your weight loss is a lie anyway, so stop it.
Anyway, that's an update for you. I'm sorry that I worried so many people.
No, you're not. You did it on purpose. You deliberately waited 5 days. You were trying to build up the anticipation because you were hoping that when you dropped a video, as lame as it is, that it would get extra views. It's the end of the month, Chantal. End of the month push. Girl, we know you better than you know yourself. It's the end of the month, y'all. The last week of the month, Chantal is going for the end of the month push. Let's do anything and everything. Let's throw everything at the wall and see what will stick to make money. Let's pull little publicity stunts. Girl, we're on to you. Maybe that's another reason why you keep going after some of the reactors, Chantal, because a lot of the reactors, we've been here a while. We know the history. We know the lore. And you're desperately trying to eliminate some people because you know you can't get away with nothing as long as some of us are around. We'll call you out on all your nonsense. You're trying to get your newbies to believe your lies. But that can't happen as long as the reactors that have been around a while remember things that can bring stuff up and we can show the receipts. You put all that stuff out there, but we remember. We're like the Pepperidge Farm of YouTube. We remember your stuff and we bring it up. And ooh, does that make you mad? And I love that for you.
I can imagine how worried some people were because, you know,
you don't care if people worry. All you care about is if they worry enough to go to your channel, to watch your video, and to give you some Google AdSense money. That's it. That's all. That's the end of the story.
my health is not good. So.
And you know what? If you cared about your viewers, Chantal, if you really cared about your audience, really cared, you would say to yourself, you know what? I've got a supportive community. I really have. Like in the last 8 years of my life, I built up quite the audience and a lot of them care about me. And I should care about them by taking care of my health so they don't have to worry about me. But you don't have that attitude. You're a taker, not a giver. You don't care how other people feel.
Yeah, it coincidentally happened right after the camel incident. So the last time I got sick right after the camel, it was more of a flu, like respiratory thing. So.
You know what's something that just occurred to me? Just something that just crossed my mind. Like ever since Chantal started going over to Kuwait, like she's got more sick more often than she did when she was back in Canada. Y'all notice that?
We'll see. Anyways, guys.
Okay, so that's it for the vlog itself. Boo, boo, performance art, boo, bad performance art. I give that 1/2 of a Rotten Tomato out of 5. Bad performance here. Like the feeling that I'm getting from Chantal, like I keep hearing from Spirit, she's hiding. She's hiding from something. Like she's hiding. You're hiding from something, Chantal. Like what are you hiding from? Like what are you trying to escape from? We'll see. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.